Hey y'all, peace and blessings. This is Gerald. It is November 29th, 2012. Last night, for some of you, you may have noticed we had a full moon. Um, and then for those who may have been follow astrology, um, it was also a lunar eclipse, but we didn't see it in the United States. They saw it in the southern hemisphere and stuff. But you may have felt that maybe for the last 6 days, emotionally, you may have been thinking about things. You've been thinking of something suppressed or possibly contemplating on some things that you may normally wouldn't have put effort in. Now, for those who follow astrology, and I'm not going to really put that much focus in it, uh, it is said that when there's a full moon, it represents a new beginning, but also an ending. But when it's connected to an eclipse, that basically is a culmination or a new shifting of your emotions. The moon symbolizes our emotions. Um, I know there's been a lot of talk about the Mayan calendar and the effects of what it represented when it comes to a culmination December 21st, 2012. I wanted to talk about it just real briefly and just leave it alone. I don't believe that the world is going to come to an end. What I actually believe what's going to happen is our consciousness, the way we think and function and look at the world, that will be changed. I think more or less uh, because we'll be going into in the astrology world the age of Aquarius. Um, that the things that we may have been doing, uh, habitual patterns that we may have had within ourselves, you're gonna come to a crossroads where you have to look at things for face value. And what I'm saying is this: if you're going through something, or there's been challenges that have really seemed chronic, um, that is your mind and your body trying to align. I tell everybody, and I had to learn this um, through my journey. As it's no secret. When I truly submitted myself to my higher power, I really started to understand the importance of the human mind. Um, I've come to learn that if you take the time to change the way you think, it also changes the direction of your journey. It doesn't matter who says what. It doesn't say you can't judge what is being perceived at that moment. What 2013 should represent for you is seeking your authentic self, connecting with your inner child. You remember back before you may have grown into a state of, how can I say this? I don't want to use the word tainted, but that's what's coming out of my mouth right now, so you got to work with me. But when we started to become desensitized and made things that may have been morally wrong or taboo, we started to desensitize and find acceptance in it. Well, 2013 will more or less hit the reset button in your life. So with that being said, you'll find yourself looking at your relationships in the world, how you function in the world. Um, it is chronicled biblically, as I've always said, and I'm learning in the Word as well, that two people that are not, what was it, two people that do not think alike cannot walk together in harmony. The reason why they can't walk together in harmony is because of the fact that they're not like-minded. So if you're not on the same page, how can you flow? How can your life flow? And the conflict is opposition of thought. So with that being said, your greatest gift to yourself is to be you. Put yourself first. Now, I'm not saying be selfish, as I've said before. No. What I'm saying is this. It's time to do the work. It is time. And those people that you hold dear, those people that you may work with, not only will they see a change, you will actually set the precedence and become a leader. Because what will happen is those people that may have shared your previous mindset, you'll notice there's always conflict with them. You notice that it'll feel like something chronic, something like for example, if you know you have a bad tooth and you know you have to go to the dentist, but you choose to ignore it, it's not going to get better. So therefore, you must find the strength to remove it. That is why you're hearing the theme of let go to grow. Now, by all means, if it's divinely meant for your legacy, you shall have it. You're going to have it. The things you hold dear. But what you are holding dear, if it is not positive, it will corrode. It will dissolve. It will be very short-lived. And that's not fair to you. It's not. So 2013, I want you, really, stop fighting yourself. Stop it. Stop. You're doing yourself such an injustice. Now, there may be some of you that may be having issues with family, loved ones, and all that you desire is to be at peace, to have the life that you envision. Well, don't you think that takes, take the step to bring change, But I really believe 2013 is really about unconditional love, y'all. Unconditional love all day. Anything that doesn't have love in it has no value. And anything that doesn't have any value does not work. So why hold on or possess something that is really blocking you from peace? You should be looking at yourself and say, look, I love me. First and foremost, without any surrender, I love me. And when you start to embrace that, truly embrace that, not only will your view change, you'll know where where your weak areas is, your strong areas will be as well. But what you do not want to do is live a life in denial. Now, just to expand a little further, I said I wasn't going to do this, but I am, because I've more or less taken this position to really expand what's out there. I do a lot of reading now. As you can see, this is my friend cup. Excuse me, I got a plane flying by. Now, I bought this cup about 8 months ago, and I bought two. I gave one to someone that was very pivotal in my life and very significant, and I hope they're using it. But if not, it was done in pure love. Now, little did I know that this cup was actually a precursor of synchronicity for my life. Within the last 2 years, I've realized what my divine calling is, and that is to be a therapist. I've come to learn there are a lot of grown people that are broken within themselves. They have that little child, that little boy, little girl that desperately wants to be loved and understood and of all things heard, but because of life choices and bad decisions, you spiral out, and then you wonder how you got there. So I realized that was a synchronicity. I can't say. The synchronicity was actually saying, hey, you're on the right path. And as I evolve, I'm going to share. What you need to do is this. Take the time to make time for you. Figure out where you're going, where you want to go, and what it will take to get there. Now, if it is of purity, you shall have it. You're going to have to work for it. But when you do, and it comes to pass, look, not only can they not take it from you, but you will treasure it throughout the days of your life. But if you take the short path to obtain things that you think are meant for you, not only will you open a door of negativity to you, but it will be consistent. You will more or less, it's kind of like stepping in some dog crap and you're wiping your feet, but the smell, the stench won't go away, even though you knew there was dog crap there on the ground. So don't shortchange yourself, y'all. 2013 is all about changing your mind. And when you change your mind, look at what you value. You may have to say goodbye to some things that you thought were very important. Don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid. Don't. Because look, and I'm running on 13. Anything that is of value to you, guess what? It will be celebrated. It'll be celebrated, and you'll be at peace. Now, as I will say again, you may have to make changes for the moment, for your journey, whatever time is required. But if it's divinely meant, not only will you get it back, it will be made new, and it will fit in your life at the correct time. So don't be afraid. If you got issues with family, start with yourself first. Get you right. If you've got issues with your friends, look at when problems first arose. But be humble. Be compassionate. Embrace kindness. It's in the Bible. Treat others as you treat thyself. So, if you give love, you'll get love. And if you don't get love, don't get mad. It's not your loss. It's theirs. Thank you. Be blessed, y'all. Just embrace the journey that you're going on right now. It'll all make sense in the divine time. You're just basically going through transformation. But what is being required of you right now is to assess what solely serves you, and being strong to let it go. God loves you. I'm praying for you. Till next time, be blessed.